Hi everyone, I'm Zubair. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about Cypress limitations. The title of our talk means Cypress JS cannot do that. Thank you so much, Mattermost. I'm really excited to be able to present this lightning talk at MatterConVR21. So, because these limitations Cypress which has put in place are for us to write better test, which doesn't result in a flaky test, and have a really solid test for our development platform. So let's start with what the limitations of Cypress are. The first limitations which we have hit recently was we cannot test the elements which have the pseudo selector properties, or CS properties through the pseudo selector properties. For example, hover. So we had this test requirement where we had to test the border of the team on the team icon bar on the left side of the Mattermost. It should get highlighted when you hover over the element. So we can do that because Cypress does not play well with the CSS hover animations. There are ways to do around it if it was in JavaScript, but yeah. So the next one is it doesn't have support for opening multiple tabs and doing test at the same time. So we had a test requirement where if the link is posted in the chat of the Mattermost, if we click the link, it should open in a new tab. So the way around it was for us to check if that link attribute has a target property or not. So yeah. And then the next one is it doesn't support multiple browsers at the same time and doing tests simultaneously. For example, Mattermost being a chat application, two users have to open at simultaneously at the same time in a separate browser and send messages in the same channel. So to do this, what we did is we created a few services in our API where we were calling that services in Cypress test to send the message directly in the server. So we don't have to open a separate user in a different browser. Next is you cannot visit a different domain URLs in the same test. For separate test, yes, it's possible to visit different URLs, but it's not possible. So if the test was like two different instances of the Mattermost hosted, how to check the UI? Probably that's not how Cypress is going to handle the things. This was the more recent one which we have come across is the situation. The scenario here was when the popover of emoji picker is open, the center scroll or IHS scroll should not occur. Manually it was working fine, but when we actually want to write the test for it, it was actually scrolling. The reason being because in manual testing, when the mouse was going over the background element, the scrolling was blocked by that element. But Cypress being working inside the browser itself, was very able to just scroll past the center behavior, which was not actually what we wanted. And this is the last one I want to talk about. It's not a general purpose automation tool. You cannot do performance testing with Cypress. For example, you can measure the performance of an app through Cypress. For example, if we have a lot of teams and we want the end result should be how performant is the app, what are the metrics of the app. So that is not what Cypress is built for. Thank you so much for listening. I'm available on community, Mattermost community, by the name @m-zubair.com. Thank you so much.